Hi friends, this is Neelam Mahajan Singh. Welcome to the Lutyens Diaries by me. I am very privileged to have with me Muzzafar Shah, who is Senior Vice President of ANC and also the Executive Member of PAGD, which is an
People's
alliance
Alliance for
of the
Declaration.
Gupka Declaration. So Muzzafar Saab, you're welcome to this program.
Thank you.
And to begin with, I would like you to give your comments on Kashmir Files by Vivek Ranjan Agnihotri, which has rocked the minds of the people.
Well, first of all, I would really, through this show, what you are doing with me, I would address the Honorable Prime Minister and the Home Minister of this country that what is it that this movie gets a tax-free certificate? No. Tax-free movies are supposed to be with a message that bind us together, societies. This is a movie which is, from my point of view, our point of view, is totally divisive. You don't have movies like this and give tax-free certificates.
Why he has targeted the Muslim?
Well, this is what is to be asked, and in this case, I would also say that it's unfortunate for my Kashmiri Pandit brethren, my sisters and brothers. They are being used as pawns. They have been used as pawns from 1989 for people to win elections. That's it. I can be upfront in telling you this. And today also, the same thing has happened. While we were in the process of really finalizing things at our level.
14 June 2021 meeting with the Prime Minister.
Well, it has given us nothing. Dil ki duri, Dilli se duri. What? Whatever they wanted to get done and whatever was agreed, that process will start. Not even one process has started. I am very sorry to say that.
Dilli ki duri.
Nothing has happened. And now with this kind of movies, the duris are more. And I again say that it is my Kashmiri Pandit brothers and sisters, the old people languishing in the camps in Jammu, in the camps in Delhi. Those are the people who really want to go back. And the guys who come on these TV shows and the guys, people like these who make these movies, they have nothing to do with Kashmir. They don't know what happened in 89 and 90. What do they know? It is not only my Kashmiri Pandit brothers and sisters, or that community there was an exodus. There are very specific reasons why it happened. And it happened under the supervision of the then governor, who is no longer with us.
Jagmohan.
Yes.
But he is
no longer with us. He was appointed by the
VP
VP Singh government. He was appointed by the VP Singh government. It is the government of India that is responsible for this exodus. And today you are pinning blame on Dr. Abdullah. Why? He told you, please don't send this gentleman to Kashmir. Things won't work here. And you sent him. And then you are responsible. You could not, you provided transport to these people in hordes. And I can tell you, in spite of the terrible times that we all were facing there, Muslims were facing a terrible time there. People were not talking to each other even in the mosques. They would not talk to each other. That nobody knew who is the other person. What is his connection? Because people were being killed right, left and center. Our own cousin was my mother's and Dr. Farooq's first cousin, Sheikh Sadiq. He was killed in broad daylight in front of his family. Hundreds and hundreds of our ministers, legislators, people with nationalist background, Hindus, Muslims. What about Sikhs? What about Gujars, Bakarwals? There was massacres all around not only around the valley, massacre all around Jammu region, Rajouri, Poonch, Doda, Badarwa. So, have you shown that? Have you shown what happened on the funeral of Maulana Farooq? Late Maulana Farooq. More than 40 people were shot dead within minutes. There was one policeman who was killed. The scare was such that nobody touched that policeman's body for 5 hours. It was lying there. That was the kind of scare. And at that time, There was a government in place there. Governor's rule was there. Governor Jagmohan was there, supposed to be a strong man. What could he do? Nothing. And I can tell you very clearly, it is most painful what happened at that time with our Pandit community.
Of course.
It is most painful what happened at that time and what is still happening with the Muslims there. What happened with the Sikhs there. What happened in Chatti Singhpura?
It's Chatti Padshahi there.
Chatti Padshahi. What happened?
Hazrat Bal. There's Shankaracharya.
Yes, because
the
Jammu,
church is there.
because Kashmir has a history of secular background.
Yes.
Secularism, it is thousands of years old. It taught secularism to almost this entire subcontinent.
Amir Khusro's famous
So,
quote, those
are all, today it's not so.
And crown of
Yes,
India
it
is Kashmir.
Suppose, yes.
And
But
we have the Dal Lake and we have the Char Chinar.
It has been turned into hell.
So
And my dear Agnihotri, this fellow, he is showing things and dramatizing them.
So you think
And
he is not based on the true story?
No. It is, he has depicted incidents which are there, but the way he has depicted them, and he has not shown the other side. Who says this has not happened? Lots of things have happened.
There's been blood flowing in China.
There's been blood flowing of blood is blood. There has been blood. If we say my 250 or 300 Kashmiri Pandit brothers and sisters were killed, raped, because they are showing about one lady in there whose body parts were, she was, they were massacred.
She was tortured also.
My dear, same way. That's what happened in Kunanposhpura. Hundreds of women raped in one night by my own security forces. What do you say about that? Now these are the things. This all together, Kashmiri Pandit and a Kashmiri Muslim, both together got into this hell. And the guys who were there at that time with the guns, they were all trained, doctored.
But
and
these
you
were the
can't
people
say
who came from outside
whether
India.
they came from
were militants
outside.
and extremists,
I can
but they
tell
were
you,
not the Muslims of Kashmir.
not at all, Neelam ji. I can tell you whether they were from outside or they had support from one minuscule population in the valley. That does not mean that Agnihotri and company will point fingers at me and say, yes, you are all murderers and you are all communists and you are all communal. This is what the film is portraying.
So,
you are
Kashmir
saying the
Files
entire.
2 has to be
No,
made.
that's okay. We'll make Kashmir Files 2. We will make it. You have depicted through this movie that every single Kashmiri is a terrorist and he is communal in nature. He has thrown Kashmiri Pandit brothers and sisters out of this place, which is an absolute lie.
So what do you have to tell to our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, our Home Minister Amit Shah ji, and also the Honorable Governor of Jammu Kashmir, Manoj Sinha ji?
All right.
What is your positive message to them?
I will tell all these G's of yours.
Right. They are constitutional heads.
Please,
I have to be respectful to them.
That please, G, kindly do your job well in Kashmir. You have been handling Kashmir for the last 7 years. And respectfully, I can tell you, you have failed miserably. So, not one single Kashmiri Pandit family have you been able to get back into Kashmir. And I can tell you, sir, it is not the army, it is not the police, it is not the paramilitary, neither it is the governments that can ensure safe passage of my Kashmiri Pandit brothers and sisters into the valley. It is the Kashmiri Muslim and the Kashmiri Pandit together. This is the exercise we are doing. We are at various levels in the PAGD under Dr. Farooq's leadership. This is what we are doing, trying to build up this type of a consensus with right-thinking people and see how we can pick these people up and put them back into Kashmir. This is what we are doing, and what you are doing is, through your media and all, you are pointing blame and saying, oh, Farooq Abdullah, you did it, you are responsible. No way. He told you, please do not send Governor Jagmohan there as governor. Please don't do that. He resigned. How can you say that you did it? How? Kamal hai. And you are responsible, and you gave transport to these kinds of people. You organized buses, you organized everything, put them out. Had the local government been in office, Neelam ji, I can tell you, exodus of Kashmiri Pandits would not have taken place. It would not have happened the way.
Two sides of the story, you know.
This is the true story. We were there.
So I would,
in the same way, I would like to really club this exodus to what happened in 5th August 2019, 4th, 5th and 6th August, when abrogation of 370 took place.
That's
Neelam
another
ji.
subject. We're going to take
Well,
it
yes,
up in another program.
Same way, 400,000 tourists, 500,000 these laborers, they were removed through the government, and Kashmir was made free of them.
We are going to take that in another discussion. But coming to Kashmir files, I would want Vivek Agnihotri to really take the viewpoint of the people of Kashmir who are represented by Muzzafar Shah Sahab. And in retrospect, what do you think is your message to the people of Kashmir and to our citizens in general?
I can only tell you the biggest disservice done to my Pandit brothers and sisters, the biggest disservice is through this movie that Agnihotri has made. You can make it tax-free, that's your choice. But it is the biggest disservice to my brothers and sisters.
So let's hope...
Because I am telling you, it is not the governments, it is the people. It is the Kashmiri Muslim and the Pandit who will sit together and find out ways and means that how do we come and settle down back again in the same way that we used to be.
So will you hear the wounds of the people?
And be sure, Neelam ji, Kashmiri is such a what you call जो उसको हिंदी में बोलेंगे एक ऐसा जानवर है. He will find his way out between the Muslim and the Pandit. They will find out a way out.
They always coexist.
There is tremendous hurt. Do you think Kashmiri Muslim is not hurt?
Very much.
Every single family is hurt. Every single family.
Women died, kids died.
Women died, kids died. Your homes were burnt. They are still being burnt, bombed. And still, when you come for this, my Hindu brother and sister, the old man, the grandfather, the grandmother, when they come for Amarnath Yatra, it is the Kashmiri Muslim who takes you on his shoulders and takes you to the Amarnath cave.
So let's.
And today also, while we are talking, while this movie is what you call
Kashmir Files,
portraying the Kashmir file is portraying the Kashmiri Muslim as a rascal.
No, that's
this?
not the right way to go about.
Okay.
Because Muslims is a very wide population in
and
India.
while they are doing it throughout the country and creating such bad blood, creating venom, shouting slogans in the movie halls, the Kashmiri is welcoming the tourists. And the tourists that are in Kashmir today, please go and ask them. Put them on the TV and they say, hey, what you are telling us about Kashmir and Kashmiris, we are finding it totally different. This is a beautiful place, beautiful people. They are taking us to their homes.
So now coming to
This is what Agnihotri does not know.
So coming to the conclusion of our conversation, I should say, it's not an interview, it's a conversation, Muzzafar,
Sure.
that we would want that peace prevails and beautiful lotuses are there in the Dal Lake.
Who would not
And
want?
the serenity and the beauty of the Kashmir is for each one of us, and it's a crown of India. And let's hope the wounds heal as fast as possible.
Stop this venom, stop this kind of propaganda. This kind of propaganda will not help.
So friends, the Kashmiriyat, the Jamhuriyat and the Insaniyat.
Yes.
The humanitarianism in Kashmir is very much needed. Thank you so much, Muzzafar, joining us
Thank you very much.
Lutyens Diaries, and thank you all of you.